right now, the ANC is preparing to hold a memorial service for its Deputy Secretary General, Jessie Duarte. She passed away and was laid to rest at the West Park Cemetery over the weekend. That's after she was diagnosed with cancer. Let's take you live now to the Johannesburg City Hall, where our senior reporter, Aviwe Mtila, is standing by. Aviwe, you've spoken to many of the people that, as they described, carried in her hand, and as well as those who worked closely with her. Just give us some of their sentiments in terms of what she meant to them and to the ANC.
Well, Maseko, in just under an hour's time, that official program of the memorial service of the late Deputy Secretary General of the African National Congress will be underway here. ANC will be remembering Jessie Duarte, and the dignitaries are now trickling in to the Johannesburg City Hall. One of them is the Police Minister, also NEC member of the African National Congress. He joins us now. Mdomkul, thank you for joining us at eNCA. Condolences to the party and the family in general, but just maybe some of your memories with the DSG.
DSG, we were both on the younger sides when we met. We met even before the UDF days. Remember, UDF was established in 1983. Well, we worked together. We were very together from KZN. It was Natal at the time. She was from PWV. And then we parted ways when some of us went to exile. When we came back out of prison, we worked together. She was the first MEC of safety. I was a chair of the safety community in KZN under IFP. So we met now and again all the time. I remember she blessed my first wedding before the one that I have now. She was there. We were both comrades, but also very social. Spent a lot of time together, socializing and all that kind of thing. Jessie, almost more than 30 years together. That's a very long time to know somebody.
Certainly a very long time, and you'd be in a better position to understand the lessons that the party itself can learn from Jessie Duarte. Maybe what can the ANC take out from her journey?
It's a big loss. It's a big loss. It's somebody that no matter how you are angry with her, you will listen to her. And she had a very special way of telling you what she wants to tell you. She did not want you to clap hands for her. She wanted to tell you what is right. If you take it, it's fine. If you don't take it, it's fine. Jessie is one person that spent a lot of time as a glue, would stand up and believe that would not say the thing she would say. After I've been talking about you, straight to you, to say, did you hear me well? I have that you march forward. He has forgotten what she has said to you. She's fine with it. It's a big loss. She disappeared at the wrong time. I think it's one of those few cadres that we still need at big time for now.
And of course, she advanced the means for women. She always advocated for women, as we've heard from many speakers. It's just a bit unfortunate that she was the only woman leader in the top 6 structure of the African National Congress, and some of the leaders have spoken out about patriarchy in the party. How do we change this?
She advanced the cause for women, but also she would be the last person. Sometimes we argue matters in the structures of the ANC with somebody, especially a woman, and you realize that she's advancing that argument for herself, not Jessie. Jessie will make sure that she advanced that argument, but for somebody else. Yes, we are not there yet. As we've agreed, remember when we reach 30%, 50% and all that. But Jessie, it's somebody that when it touches woman, I remember many calls that I'll receive. True, call at 2 o'clock, 12 o'clock. When she received the call that a woman is distressed and all that, according to my work, she would, Bro, we have a problem here. We need to wake up and we need to do this 1, 2, 3. Both in instruction. Remember, she was my boss as a TSG. Were deployed there, and you is a person that you don't want to step on her toes because it's your boss. I remember one time, one of the PA of the minister was called by Jessie, and this PA asked, Jessie who? And said, no, tell Jessie Duarte. When he told the minister that he asked Jessie who, and the minister said, I've lost my job, that's your boss. So I asked Jessie who was there. She said, no, I will never tell you, but tell your people that you employed in the offices that we are sent there. We are not representatives. You don't send your CV. We are sent on behalf of the people, and we still have to look after you. Jessie, she shouldn't have gone by now.
Minister, I must ask this. My colleague, Aviwe Mtila, is in KwaZulu-Natal, speaking to the families of the 16 that were shot at a tavern in Johannesburg. They're seeking answers. Are we any closer to providing those families with the answers they need?
Though, especially those 13 members of one family or one village in Mzimkhulu. I don't know why it had to happen that way. Because there are 16 these people, but 13 of them come from one village, from Mzimkhulu. Look, I was even speaking to Faith this morning, the MEC, to say, Faith, you have sent me the names with Mawela. They have sent me the names, the list of names. They have sent me the photos of those guys. Said I don't want photos. I don't want names. I want those guys. So I've asked Mawela. They say they are close. For the fact that we have photos, we have names. I think we are close there. But I think we are running on ways of explaining. We just need to get those people and then put them where they're supposed to be and have answers to the families.
All right, thank you very much. Police Minister Pekicele there as he makes his way inside the memorial service of Jessie Duarte, which is supposed to be underway at 2 p.m. Also giving that update on, of course, those brutal killings that happened in Soweto, 16 dead, saying that they have names and photos of those that possibly have done it. As we continue to remember the life and times of Jessie Duarte, a person that joins me now is Bule Mabe, who walked a similar road in terms of being the national spokesperson of the African Congress. Not Bule, thanks for joining us in eNCA, but maybe some of your memories and your personal relationship with Jessie Duarte.
Comrade Jessie, our Deputy Secretary General, was a devoted revolutionary. She was a selfless leader, committed to the cause of our people. She was a hard worker, very steadfast, open, spoke her mind open. She liked or disliked, but that we do what is best for the ANC. We worked with her here at Little House. We knew that we had to be punctual at work. We understood that we had to commit to the program of the African National Congress at all times. It was very difficult coming from the youth formation of the African National, coming from the ANC Youth League during our time, and now having to work with the Deputy Secretary General, who was this committed person, who wanted us to be punctual, who wanted us to be obedient, who wanted us to be disciplined, who wanted us to conduct ourselves in a certain way. That's who she was almost a mother to all of us at Little House.
Now, some people describe her as a unifier, a person that even with her own maybe faction, she told the party line nonetheless. What is your experience of this?
Well, that's my experience. That's my experience. She told the party line at all times. She committed to the good cause of the African National Congress. One of the especially to me was that you are not speaking for a grouping in the ANC. You are the spokesperson of the African National Congress. When you speak, the message you drive out there must resonate with the rest of ANC members. This is who Jessie was.
And as a party, then, what lessons can be learned from her life and her leadership, especially advancing the progress of women in the party, given that she was the only woman in the top 6 structures of the party?
Well, she was a steadfast feminist. Always believed that women must have their place. I remember one day, one of the last SMSs she sent me was at the conference of the Eastern Cape. So I was doing an interview with yourselves, and I spoke about women representation. Then she sent me a message and said, Pule, don't make it sound as if it's a favor to have more women in the structure. I said, no, but DSG, I was simply responding to a question that was being posed. That's who she was. She felt that women occupying leadership position must not come as if they are being done a favor. The recognition of women in positions of leadership had to happen because the voice of society. That's what she represented, and that's what she drove, articulated, and advanced.
All right, Pule Mabe, thank you very much. The national spokesperson of the African National Congress, a similar role and footsteps, in fact, that Jessie Duarte led before Pule's tenure. I heard how he personally took some lessons in terms of towing the party line, as we expect, of course, that memorial service to be underway here at 2 p.m., remembering the life and times of Jessie Duarte, a person that really served extensively in the ranks of the African National Congress under all presidents in the democratic era of South Africa itself, even from being the PA, personal assistants of former statesman Nelson Mandela. As we edge closer now to that memorial service, that eulogy understood to be given by Deputy President David Mabuza, as well as that tribute from former President Thabo Mbeki.
All right, senior reporter Aviwe Mtila with that report. Of course, as you heard him, it's just a few minutes to go. I think about 45 minutes to go before we start giving you those visuals live of that memorial service of the ANC's Deputy Secretary General, Jessie Duarte, who passed away last Sunday.